Hey, beautiful souls. The spring equinox or Ostara is nearly here. I am so ready for spring. This is the time when nature's pulse quickens and warmer, lighter days arrive and the world begins to burst with new life. So, how can we embrace this balance of light and dark in this celebration of renewal and rebirth? Because the equinoxes are all about balance. Equinox means equal night. It's the time when day and night are of the same length as the sun crosses the equator. So, this is the tipping point between the longer nights of winter and the longer days of spring and summer. This year it falls on March the 20th. It's usually around the 21st. So, some ways to mark this season. It's worth journaling or taking stock at this time of year around this idea of balance. If you can, sit out in nature and consider, is your life balanced at the moment? Are you giving all of your time and energy to just one aspect of your life at the expense of others? How can you bring more balance to your days? Do you need to schedule time that's just yours to balance self-care with work? If you have children, are you managing enough couple time alone? Do you feel the need to bring more mental balance to your days? Maybe start a regular meditation, a movement, a mindfulness practice. It's worth stopping and taking stock at this liminal time. These festivals can act as a still point in between one season and another to give us a chance to reflect. And in this case, to reflect on how can we bring this idea of balance into our life. Spring is the time to begin to emerge from the long rest and the recharging season that's winter, and to start to shift our energies back outwards into the world. So, what have you been incubating or composting within you during the colder, darker months? What was stirred into your cauldron at the winter solstice that's now ready to burst forth and be born? What do you want to create? What new projects do you want to birth? What wants to come alive in you as the world returns to vibrant life all around us and the sap begins to rise? Can you feel your creative energy start to rise in sympathy? So we can mark this season by making space for all that wants to emerge. So it's a great time to spring clean, to declutter your house, your life, your schedule, like weeding a garden to bring more oxygen and encourage the growth of what you do want to cultivate. You might also want to encourage fresh energy in the home by intentionally cleansing your space with incense smoke, or maybe with the sound of koshi chimes, wind chimes. Once there's space and air available for the new, fresh energy of springtime, it's a really good time of year to set intentions. We often do this in our spring equinox or Ostara home ritual by planting seeds. So, first, imbuing the seeds with whatever intentions we want to nourish over the coming year, and then ritually planting them. It's great to plant native seeds if you have outdoor space to do this, or you can plant indoors if not. This does have the added benefit that you are reminded to nourish your stated intentions every time you water and care for your growing seeds. And hopefully, your intentions bloom with your seeds. Of course, this season is also all about fertility, renewal, rebirth, regeneration. So, decorating eggs as a symbol of new life is an ancient tradition that was around before Christianity. It can be also one that involves children in an accessible way if you want to get them involved in marking the festival. The actual egg hunts are a 16th century Christian tradition, but why not borrow it? They've borrowed a lot of our things. To blow the contents of the egg out through the hole in the shell without breaking it does take a bit of practice. So if this doesn't appeal, you can also make eggs for gifts or for your spring altar from clay. I do love to make a spring altar to bring the feeling of spring inside. So you might use traditional symbols for this time of the year, like spring flowers, daffodils, narcissus, primrose, crocuses, seeds, dawn birds like larks or blackbirds, the notoriously fertile hares and rabbits, butterflies, and the colours of green and yellow and lavender. If you're interested in the folklore of this interesting festival, which is a really strange mixture of old and new, I've made a separate video about that, which you'll find on my channel. In the meantime, however you choose to celebrate and mark this time, I hope you have a beautiful Ostara and that the returning sun brings blessings and abundance into your life with so much love.